This is the Long War. I'm Rob Baer, and joining me once again are my partners in crime, Kenny Boucher, Wyatt Turk, and Kicker. What's up, guys?
Hey, dude, I am stoked to be here joining you guys.
Yo,
So,
dog, it's great to be here.
I think Wyatt forgot his line.
I'm in the middle no matter what. If you reverse it, I'm in the middle. If Kenny goes first, I'm in the middle. I did it right. Kenny fucked up.
Okay. Line. All I know is I didn't mess up, and that's all that matters.
Hey, look, I'll own this. I fucked up.
Did you? What happened? I didn't even notice.
I'm bad at my job. I don't know what to fucking tell you.
We all got problems, bro.
Yeah.
It's 2024.
That's a fact. So we got Kicker back on the show tonight, and prolific event organizers has been fielded by the chat.
I think that's his actual title.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
no,
literally
I have that in my business cards.
That's not his birth certificate, dog. Like, literally
Back again.
Back again. And, you know, formerly of Frontline Gaming. I guess that's going to be in the news, whether you want it to be or not.
I feel like people know.
So, you know, we have all sorts of things we can and cannot talk about tonight. We're little table of contents, right? We're going to talk about obviously all these new updates to the game that we all share and love together. We also are going to cover the Challenger Cup, which is a new hot tournament. It's going to be 2025, which is kind of like the one the hot one that just happened. Different.
Mm-hmm. It's the new.
New. Precisely accurate. But there's going to be a lot of questions answered in future articles and other online mediums. So, but we're going to focus on, some questions tonight with Kicker, who is, been the guy behind a lot of your favorite events over the last 5 years. Kicker's been holding it down, for the Long War doubles at LVO for 5 years in a row, practically. So this guy's been on the show before. He's, if you've gone to a major frontline gaming event in the last 5 years, he's part of your life. You don't even know it yet. You know what I mean? If you don't know who the guy is. But before we start all that nonsense, it's tradition to enter into Wyatt's Cave of Wonders and touch nothing but this lamp.
Which evil corporation would you rather work for?
Hmm.
Vought International or Wayland Yutani?
What's the second one? What is that from?
Like Aliens.
Alien.
Oh,
Wayland
Alien.
Yutani.
That's right. That's
I guess technically Predator too.
I mean, they also
universes.
make an appearance in Firefly.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have time to go into the Tommy Westfall theory, but you should look it up, Kicker.
Oh, that one's wild.
Yeah, some wild shit there. So, which evil corporation I'd rather work for Vought? Even though they're tied to some really shady shit, at least I get to potentially be a superhero.
Superhero conglomerate. Yeah.
Because I'm assuming I don't care where I'm working for them. I'm getting that fucking V serum or whatever it's called.
Get some.
When everyone's super, no one is.
I just need to be in the same room, someone one day, and I'm getting that fucking serum.
Huh.
Drugs.
They solve all the problems.
Mm-hmm. But
they're basically Nazis too, right?
that's the problematic part.
So I'm Jewish, so we're ruling that one out immediately. Not so.
They're
Also, aliens are just cool. Like, come on.
I said
let's be honest.
basically.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, they are historically tied to some really shady Nazi shit in their lore. These are both fictions.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like there's certain boxes you have to check when you come up with sci-fi, like some sort of specific like vein of sci-fi.
Dreaded Paint says you're gonna end up being like a slave worker on a mining colony.
Yeah, Wayland Yutani probably.
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
I mean, you can try to bring Vought down from the inside, with superpowers. Join me.
Oh snap! Look at this whole other layer here that we get to explore. Yeah,
Mhm,
okay, I like that. I
mhm,
like that. That's
mhm.
good. That's good.
A lot easier
Yep.
to do with superpowers on Earth than on a
Yeah, but I
mining
mean,
colony in a random planet.
So here's the
Yep.
problem with that, Kenny, is like you don't know what's gonna happen when you take V serum.
Well, I know 100%
Like-
what's gonna happen.
I mean, like your fucking power could be like poop based.
It is poop based. I
I
know
mean,
this.
I
to
was
be
like,
fact.
what do you mean?
So the
could
question
be?
is like, can you beat Homelander?
I can beat him if I can make him poop his pants. He's done.
Dude, it's
I
a
don't think
super.
so.
Yeah, that is a superpower. You can paralyze
how do
it.
you-
I
how
have
does
been
your-
mentally training in my own version of the danger room for 10 years, waiting for the ability to make people shit their pants. The second I take that serum and unlock my potential, end game.
What if you make Homelander poop his pants and then that just makes him even more mad and then he lasers you?
He's gonna try to laser me with a diarrhea dumpy.
Yeah, but then you just get lasered.
Infinite diarrhea dumpy. I have a diarrhea aura, dude. Can't even get near me.
Hey, I like your confidence.
Hmm.
I've been training, like looking at pictures of people, so I don't have to be in the same room as them to make them shit their pants. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just looking at a picture of Rob. He's somewhere in the galaxy. Shit his pants.
That's like
Yeah.
some superpower voodoo shit right there, man. I like that, man. I like that.
Pretty sure I'm immune to that.
And it's a
I
very
don't-
specific power. Shit your pants. You can't, like, you're going to be like, well, what if I'm not wearing pants? And then you look down and suddenly you are wearing pants.
Hmm.
That's the level I operate at.
I
Now,
still feel
obviously,
like
if
the-
I get a power that doesn't work, I'm fucked, but I'm confident.
I mean, it's rolling the dice. Just roll average, bro.
I mean, if it gives me like, run of the mill super strength, I'm fucked. You know what I mean? That guy's goddamn Superman. So,
What
Rob,
about you, Rob?
what about you?
I don't know. I was kind of thinking. I feel like the superpower is a better gamble than where in the galaxy do I end up?
Rather just work at you'll work at Vought and you're just gonna do your job well. That's what's gonna happen.
I mean,
You're gonna have
What,
a
I can't be a
401k.
superhero?
You're gonna have a fucking investment portfolio. You're gonna have a
That's
family.
that's the problem with bot, dude. Is like if you work your way to the top, that's where the 7 are. And so then you have to deal with that. Like, how many executives has Homelander lasered over
That's
the
true.
5 seasons of the show?
Me and a kicker, we're like janitors, dude.
Yeah, like you gotta keep a low profile. You gotta be just good enough to not get.
We're gonna be
in
working an
trouble.
Ocean's 11 style fucking, heist to get the fucking serum.
To take down the Nazis. That's what we're doing, man. So Indiana Jones is kind of my long-term career path. Like that's who I, aspire to be. So just
Mhm.
infiltrate from the inside. Do it. Maybe get a superpower. Maybe not. Who knows? But yeah, that's the way to go, man. Plus,
With it.
like the space is cold. I get cold easily. I don't know how I feel about that.
ooh,
Space is
I don't know
cool.
that's a
if I-
problem.
I'm not built for that.
So space, not good. Rob,
No.
we'll let you in on our squad. We can all three of us, we make it, we get the serum. One of us has to get a power that works. At the very least, we all get a power that kind of works, and then we just go train in the danger room for a couple weeks.
Yeah,
We'll pull out some
mean-
X-Men comics. You know what I mean?
maybe it'll be like that. The Calvin saga in Star Trek, where like everybody jumps to hyperspace and ahead of the Enterprise and gets taken out, and then all that's left is an Enterprise. The backup dudes with the mediocre superpowers.
At worst, we're backup guys with media superpower.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're the other guys.
Yeah.
That's your team name.
At worst, guys. At worst, we go back to being janitors with superpowers. If it doesn't pan out.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just do your job really quick and get to go home.
Just do our
Seems
job.
okay. We're like you, better.
Would Compound V work on a lizard? That's a question, Taco.
Oh. What if
If only
Compound
we-
B turns Rob into a lizard?
Oh my
If
god!
only
it's
we
a
knew a lizard.
lizard. As long as he's like lizard man, and he slabs, dude. He can fucking rip shit apart.
I mean, we just don't know.
Nah, he turns into like a giant gecko. just chilling, licking
Just licks his own eyeball.
licks his own eyeball. Exactly. Like, God damn it, Rob.
Cool.
I was like, Rob, show us your lizard power. And he's just like slow licks his own eye. I'm like, God damn it.
Molts his skin.
Fucked.
Loses his tail every now and then. Yeah. All right, great.
I don't know. Lizard on Marvel Comics is pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I need you to be. I need you to focus on that.
All right, my favorite supervillain was I think his name was the Toad, like the giant frog guy. I don't
Yeah.
know. That guy was. We need more of that guy in more movies. No, Lizard. What about? Does Wyatt get to contribute? He's had more time to think about this.
No, he's the
out.
dungeon
the
master.
He can't. You know.
We can't. He keeps us from gaming it.
No,
Arbiter.
No, all right.
So
Yeah.
he's allowing us to at least believe we can infiltrate VOT from inside.
Yeah. But I think the secret is all three of us, right? So that we run those odds. One of us gets a good power, the rest of us are screwed. But whatever, you know, and then we win. You know, victory, easy.
Too easy. Worst case scenario, we're just superpowered janitors.
I like the confidence that you guys can succeed where 5 seasons of The Boys have failed.
They don't work in
Yeah.
VOT though.
Yeah, that's just drama.
Yeah.
That's not real life.
Yeah, but if you're in the world of The Boys, then like that's your reality. So like,
Do I know that the boys exist?
Oh,
I don't know. I mean,
Hmm.
I guess that depends on what your position at VOT would be, right? Because I mean, like they know about Billy Butcher and the guys.
Like
So,
he's a national fugitive, dude.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
true.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay away from Billy Butcher. He's a problem. He's gonna ruin my whole need to get the V serum to get the fucking shit powers.
Yeah, like just stay mid level. Just hit for average. You'll be fine.
It's ferocious. He's gonna grab me by my neck and be like, "You're gonna fucking go in there with a suicide jacket, son." You know what I mean? Like, whatever you say, sir.
Now, do you think you could stop Billy Butcher if you made him poop his pants?
No,
He's gonna walk it off.
he'll walk that shit off. There's no amount of you can't stop that. Like that'd be like my weakness. Like I can fuck Homelander up, no doubt. Billy Butcher though, scary man. He was like, "I've been shitting my pants this whole time, dude." Before you showed up,
Yeah, joke's on you.
I prepared for every scenario. All right, Rob, you got some news, including including important GW news.
I mean, I guess some stuff happened today. When was the last? I guess we weren't here last week, right? There might have been like real life stuff, but that's okay. We're back.
You have real life stuff.
Yeah, there was real life stuff last week.
We had a hurricane.
Yes.
Chick passed right over my house.
Another one.
2
Wow.
hurricanes since I've been here. Or like 5.
That's one of the things
honestly.
I don't miss from New Orleans is the hurricanes, man.
Yeah, you guys got some PTSD though, because you guys.
Dude, my family was rescued on the roof from Katrina. You know, I lost my roof 2 years ago, man. It's just storms are annoying. So living in the desert, I'll take the desert heat over the swamp ass and the and the hurricanes, man. From
Well,
Louisiana.
hopefully they don't get a hurricane out there. Holy cow.
You know, that would really suck.
That would be something. Oh man. Yeah, so what I guess we might cover some stuff that goes back a little ways, but we haven't been here in a while. So obviously there's a balanced data slate, or not balanced data slate, the Munitorium manual and rules commentary and various FAQs and index updates that we'll talk a little bit more about here shortly, I'm sure, for Warhammer 40K. New releases this week are the Blood Angels Combat Patrol and the tiny robots for the Legion Imperialis Mechanicum, which are adorable looking, don't get me wrong. Those will all be hitting pre-order this Saturday around 1 p.m. here in the States. Some other third-party stuff that's definitely worth talking about is, if you missed it, Monument Hobbies put out their collection of spray primers. So you get, for about half the price of GW spray primers, you get about, 25% more or so. And probably what's more important about these, and I'm holding one of them in my hand, actually, you can kind of compare them if you're watching live to the GW size if you haven't seen them yet.
Yeah. Wow, they're way bigger.
Yeah, yeah. This is the can she told you not to worry about. This is Color Forge primer, which was really kind of hard to get here in the States, to be quite honest with you. So it's cool to see that. And they have a lot of, they got a gray primer, the black, the white, and a sealer as well. So those are all available over at monumenthobbies.com right now. So check those out. If you're in the market, I mean, obviously, who just like, oh, let me just go buy some spray primer. You're not going to buy spray primer until you're out. But if you happen to run out and you can get it at your local game store, or you want to order it in, well, maybe there hasn't been a better time than right now.
Yeah, that's a girthy can. Quinn put.
It is, yeah.
There's a lot of length and girth there.
Definitely. I'm pretty excited about that. And they also have a new color called Wizard's Butt. I don't know what it is. It looks like a purple. I got the Nova orange too, which I didn't go to Nova for, obviously, but I have it. That's all that matters. So that's really fun. Mantic's Halo pre-orders, Flashpoint went live. I showed the box a little bit earlier. I got the Recon edition to check out. Really excited about it. Haven't had time to put it together, but I read through the rulebook a bunch, and pretty excited. I mean, demoed it at Adepticon, was really excited about it, and the rules pretty much. I mean, there's some proof. There's some grammatical errors in it. There's a little. They could tighten up the rulebook a little bit, but I think they could always do a online version or something like that in the future. But other than that, if that's the biggest, hey, this is what I don't like. I think the game's going to be a real big hit because it's got basically 10 years of their gaming engine underneath it already. So it's not like, hey, we just made up these rules and it might be a little clunky. No. Hey, we got these rules we've been working on for 10 years. Yeah.
It's like Mantic has multiple games of their own that have been successful. They've been doing this a long time. So it's not like a company that never existed before doing a Kickstarter. It's like this is quality assured. And you and I both demoed the game at Adepticon this year, and it's like it's the perfect type of tabletop game, right? Like inexpensive to get into, super high quality product, low barrier to entry. Like it's got a very low skill floor to like understand the game, get into it. High ceiling for people who want to master it.
I think there's tremendous potential, and I mean, I said this about Star Wars X-Wing game too. I was like, 15 years ago or whatever. I was like, come on, man. There's like, it's just ships. Like, how good could this game be? And then like I played it a couple times and I was like, oh my god, I need like all the ships right now. This game's amazing. And of course,
you sucked the dick of that game when it dropped.
Oh, it was so good. And so you can say that about Halo too. You could be like, oh well, like how many Spartans are there? Like what, and they've already announced the wave 2 and stuff. And I don't, I've been wrong before about stuff like that. Like, oh, like where do you go from here? Like how much stuff can you actually put out? But I think
they have a lot.
Yeah, the Halo universe is vast, and obviously there's other races. You've got the UNC, the regular duders too. And they haven't barely scratched the surface. So it could turn into something like Shatterpoint, where they're coming out with, the teams and the expansions constantly over time. And you can kind of pick and choose which ones might interest you and which ones like, hey, maybe you're not into Queen Amidala and her bodyguards. I wasn't. No big deal. I didn't pick that one up, but you know what? I'm going to get the bounty hunters for Empire Strikes Back in the Mandalorian box because I'm into them, so I'm open to something like that, but we'll see. And then eventually I could definitely see this pivoting into like kind of a much bigger game with like vehicles, because again,
if I remember correctly, they were like hinting that like the future of the game could go towards like you have the skirmish style, you have, and then it could go into a more like grand battle size game. Starting off easy though, and it's cool. Like it's a really good skirmish game,
and the precedent's there from them too. So
and you have the models now. So like, what are the models like?
Oh, the models come pre-assembled in this box. They're just red versus blue, or red and blue plastic.
Is it like hard plastic?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they said that it was going to be like high quality plastic and not like board game rubber.
No, it's good stuff. It's basically like the Space Marine Heroes, you know, the
Same.
push
Oh, that
together
material.
stuff.
Oh, hell's yeah, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, it's like basically that.
So I'm very excited for this. Like, we're gonna start building a community, get events
Yeah.
going. I'm very, very hyped.
This is what the box, what is this, Recon Edition comes with. They're all pre-assembled.
To the podcast listeners driving to work while they're listening to this, Rob is holding a box. Or
a box with eight figures
Eight.
of various Spartans. This one of
monolithically
pre-assembled.
poured casts.
No, they're not. That's the thing. They're
I think
pre-assembled plastic kits.
Oh, so
Yeah, I don't think they're
They're not
I don't think
monolithic?
they're
They're not
one
cast.
part. I don't think they're board game pieces.
Yeah, they're
Maybe
definitely
they
not.
are. I don't have a lot of light on in here, believe it or not.
So there's like a premium box that's pre-assembled.
I think all of the minis are going to be pre-assembled. I could be wrong, but like that's what they were talking about at Adepticon. But the models are like, they're hard plastic. They're not.
Yeah, this is hard plastic. This is like the quality of all the Warhammer Underworlds teams or the Space Marine Heroes, but it's already assembled on a base. I don't think it's one part.
It's luxury.
It is very nice. So this is pretty much set up, you know, for beginners too, you know, because you don't have to hobby on it at all. You can choose to paint it if you want. You don't need clippers, you know,
You
you
can
don't
go
need
in red. You can go in red versus blue all day.
Yep, sure can. And there's
Yeah.
game aids too, and you know we love game aids.
You're all about AIDS.
The models themselves are actually tight. Like if you look up the promotional images of them painted up, they look so cool.
Yeah, they will definitely paint up well. So I'm
That's
very
exciting.
very excited to get that put together and jam out a couple games. But now that I've read the rule book a few times front to back, definitely excited about that one. I guess we should talk about the Primarch elephant in the room Games
Sanguinius?
Workshop. Yeah, Sanguinius.
Sanginus.
That miniature, or excuse me, that action figure from Joy Toy looks amazing. With his wings are posable. He's got all the swords, the spear, everything.
Do you remember that our old friend Green Blowfly used to pronounce it like that?
I try to forget him.
Did he also say GIF?
Probably.
We didn't talk about it on the speaking of the litmus test for if you're a boomer or not.
Sangirthius.
That's a good one too. I was told that I was too old for TikTok today. I don't know if that's
a scientific fact. You are.
I mean, scientifically, yes, but
Biologically,
visually,
yeah. Yep.
but let's talk about the real facts here.
Are you trying to make videos on TikTok?
No.
Oh, then nobody. You're allowed to be a.
Hey, you can be a consumer.
You
You're
can be
allowed
a
to consume the
consumer, yeah.
content. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't want to see your ass dancing to some video on TikTok, man.
I want to see you making it.
You know, there's a market for that kicker. There are some people that want to see me shake my non-existent ass.
Me? I do.
Yeah.
Believe that.
You know,
Okay.
One
I don't-
follower.
So
some
Sanguinius from Joy Toy has dropped like
yes.
over $100, and he slaps.
Yeah. So he's joining the ranks of the Primarch miniatures. So I think we've got 6 of them now? I think we got 6 of them for Horus Heresy era.
Bro, like 5
Which
people in chat immediately were like, I'd pay to see Rob dance.
Sorry,
See?
I guess I was wrong. Dude, there we go.
You know, some people are I hear this all the time. Like, I can take a full thermos and I can put a full thermos
Are
in
you
my
putting
back
it in your
pocket.
butthole?
Oh my god! It's like Rob, stop what you say.
I
Stop.
can put a full thermos in my back pocket. So like I use my
It's
back
because
pockets.
you're wearing Jinkos.
It's functional. It's functional.
No, these are
I can
normal
do that
jeans.
too.
No, these are normal jeans with normal size pockets. I can put
For the
cans of spray
podcast
paint.
at home, or for the people driving on the way to work, you don't understand how this looked.
Spray
He
cans.
stood
This
up.
is how I
This
spray.
is
This is how I
butt.
prime.
He
I
stood
put my
up
cans
and then
back
he
here.
showed us his butt, and we all thought he was gonna do something different with these cylinders, these cylindrical
The
objects.
way that sentence was going, I'm like,
He was
oh, man.
going off the rails, but you know, he did just put it in his pocket.
Yeah. You know,
To
like
highlight
having a
his,
marsupial
I
pop.
guess he has no butt is what he's trying to say.
Yeah. You know, one day you'll get it. One day. It's all about utility at this point.
There.
Oh man. All right. So Games Workshop came out and said Deathwatch will get their own downloadable supplement in December, which I think a lot of people were upset about the way they did them dirty in the index book, or the Imperial Agents Codex rather. So that was kind of cool to see, because I think Deathwatch has been around for a while, and a lot of people have Deathwatch armies, and nobody likes to be told not to play with their toys. So good on them for listening to folks that might have been a little upset about that. That was a good one. We also know there's going to be a preview at the World Championships of Warhammer next month in Atlanta.
So are we calling that WCW? That's what OnePlus Saves was calling it. He's like, yeah, I'm going to WCW.
Yeah, that's what
I was like,
that's literally what they've said.
they're calling it
I mean,
WCW.
They've called it that.
That's
They've
so- I
don't
put
think
it
they
in
can-
parentheses.
I don't think
know,
they can put it in that publication.
They've put
Well,
it in
WCW
there.
doesn't exist anymore, so like you can.
Oh wait, so WWE didn't buy the rights to
No.
all
They
publications
just-
of WCW?
They just went out of business.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
I don't know how it all went down.
Well, no, Todd Tenner just like cut it. They're just like, I'm not doing this anymore. Because he was like, he was just like, I want to do this. And he was like, I'm over it.
No, they sold to WWE.
How it worked? I think they just,
Yes,
I think it just
WWE
dissolved the company.
Yeah, so WWE bought.
Oh, WWE bought it?
Yeah, they bought WCW.
I've never seen, God damn it.
'Cause
Imperious
They bought like all the contracts.
Who owns the trademark for WCW?
Well, now it's TKO Group.
That's right.
The only reason I know all this is not because I'm a huge wrestling fan, but I literally watched the
McMahon.
McMahon documentary.
I'm on like
yesterday.
the second to last episode. I didn't get to that part.
Well,
Okay.
anyway,
So it's WCW. Let's
mhm.
go. Brings back my 90s nostalgia. That's in Atlanta, right?
Yep. Middle of next month, about this time next month, I think. Give or take. And November's a weird month because it's got five Fridays in it.
I
And
love
the
it.
last Friday of the month is Thanksgiving. No, Black Friday. And then like all of a sudden it's December. It's gonna be wild.
Shout out to everyone who got their tickets. Our own OnePlus Saves got his ticket.
Yeah.
We reference him a lot here on the podcast because he's a
Yeah,
perpetual. God, he's just a whiny.
my boy
Whiny
old
baby.
Greg got a golden ticket. He's going to Worlds.
I
Damn.
got one. So like,
Well, there you go.
got some close friends going that, people you may not have heard of. Like, these aren't the Sean Nadens and these are literally the other guys of Warhammer 40K that we're rooting for. Went in there to fucking dominate.
Mm-hmm.
Respect to anybody. Made it.
Yep. Trying to see if I I guess we should talk about Henry Cavill is going to be working on another project, and he's going to be part of Amazon's Voltron movie, if you remember Voltron from back in the day, or even the Defender. Was it Defender of the Guardian?
Vehicle
whatever
Voltron is the best Voltron.
There was a Voltron's cartoon on
Yeah.
Netflix. It's quite
like
pretty good.
2016. I think it did very well.
Yeah.
So I think they're gonna do a live action version, and Cavill's gonna be part of it. So that's pretty exciting too. It's just all the nerddoms.
Feel like this is going to be another Warhammer TV show situation.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's kind of gimmicky at this point, right? Like, it's just like find a dope IP that nerds love and put Cavill near it.
Yeah, and see if it drums up enough interest from investors to
Yeah.
like make a show.
Are you guys keeping track? How long have we been waiting now for the Cavill thing?
Before COVID.
Yeah, right,
I
before
mean,
COVID.
not Cavill specifically, but we were supposed to have a Netflix. I have a bet with somebody that I've won.
2019 was when that was announced.
I have a bet with somebody that I've won. Is it like Andrew? I think. Like, I won that bet like 3 years, fucking overdue, man. Like,
I don't think it's happening.
Well, we'll know for sure in December. I think is when they said they would say something, but
I thought the deadline was like this month?
No, it was December this year.
December? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Eisenhorn pre-COVID. Is it Seth remind?
Yep. 2019. Also speaking of December, I don't know how time works. Maybe somebody can fill me in on what a quarter is when it comes to the calendar month. But Games Workshop said today in their Warhammer community article that there would be a balanced data slate later this year. Which
They're
to me
talking
means,
like the fiscal year. They're talking the Chinese New Year. What the fuck are they talking about?
Nobody knows, dude. It's
nobody
whatever they
knows.
want it to mean.
Yeah, because technically we didn't have a data slate, or we didn't have a points update in Q3. We had it in June, and then also now, which is Q4. But now we might be getting another one in balanced data slate and rules or index, or excuse me, points changes. Which leads me to believe that if it's coming out in December, which that hasn't been confirmed, but they said later this year, and next month seems kind of silly because we'd be so close to the World Championships, that it seems like it only leaves December by process of elimination, that they're making enough room for events that are happening in January. That's just my take on it. So look for more excitement in December, I guess.
He just reminded me to make a sticky note, Rob.
Oh yeah, what's to say on this one?
Q4 taxes.
Yeah.
Fucking goddamn janky ass Florida's got me doing this sales tax shit annually.
That sounds painful.
This state is the state of nickel and diming you on feet.
But there's no income tax.
I wish there was.
Like, stay with me here.
I know.
Razzle dazzle.
They have nickel and dime to shit out of me. I've been here.
Oh well. So, just gotta, hey, house always wins, bro. Just gotta play.
It's
by the
crazy
rules.
because I don't sell anything. So they want me to go onto the website, put zeros on everything.
Yep.
Can't automate this shit. I can't use my payroll software. I can't do anything that I need to do. Like a stay, just to maintain my business. And without fail, they catch me on a $25 fee here, $10 fee there. Like, you know, and it's always the price is always like just cheap enough that you're like, no, I'll pay. Okay. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I'll just give you this $25. You know what I mean? That's how they operate. They're never hitting you with a big number.
Hey man,
It's genius.
take it where you can get it. You know.
Genius. All right. So are we able? Can we talk about the fucking big changes?
Yeah, that would be yeah. Let's do that. I wanted to talk about something else, but we can save it for another show because I think GW got a really big secret win, but that's a story for another day.
Let's do that next time, yeah, because we got a lot to talk about tonight.
Yeah, so we got rules commentary, FAQs, index unit changes, and points changes today.
A lot of stealth updates.
A lot of stealth updates. A lot
Let
of go
me
look at
ask-
your cards.
Let me ask Kicker a question. Kicker,
Yeah.
how caught up are you on all these changes?
Pretty caught up because you know we do our own little show too, so I'm caught up, man.
How do they affect you personally? You as a as a fan
dude.
of Warhammer 40K.
Yeah, man, I've been running a shit ton of Kroot, and they just got very affordable. So my Kroot list just got really, really spicy. I was already having a lot of fun and winning with my Kroot. Now I have more to play with. But Guard is my other love, and damn, well, I can't really complain. I don't really like the Ogres, the Bulgrin, but they're gone, man. They're not a thing, right? I mean, just too many points. Too many points. I mean, what about you guys though? I mean, Kenny, what are you rocking right now? What is your army of choice?
Yeah, Space Marines, but I don't read. I stay.
But I don't read.
I keep blinders on, right? So anything I react to is always organic on this show for the last 10 years. I have no I have no knowledge of what has been published, and I'm gonna let people tell me so I can react. So my reactions are always 100% real takes.
So Chaos Space Marines, the ACDC list, which stands for Accursed Cultist Dark Commune,
Got nerfed.
those got
Basically.
points increases, so you're
That's
probably not going to see those. However, you got a lot of points drops. So
Ooh.
it's actually
Yeah,
this is actually
overall.
kind of
Ooh,
actually
Lord of
cool.
Skulls. Hit me with the Lord of Skulls.
Fucking
Samesy.
Hey,
I'm
Abaddon's 15 points cheaper.
Look at that, it's just steal.
Steal.
It's still 450.
Okay.
Aw.
Warp Talons,
Abaddon
did they go
did
back down?
Abaddon did go down. Warp Talons went down.
Okay, cool.
They're
That's cool.
125.
They
They're
went
fine.
up, but they also they fixed their ability, so they probably didn't need to go up and have their ability fixed. They went back down. Sense.
Yeah. So I mean, Oblit's down, Possessed down, Raptors down.
Possessed down? Ooh.
Vashtor went down a little bit, which is cool.
We keep predicting he's going to keep going down until he's playable.
Yep. So yeah, only the Dark Commune and of course Cultists went up.
They got nerfed.
Yeah.
That's yeah, because I plan on going to BolterCon soon. So here's how it works for me, Kicker. I don't play any games until I go to these.
Just open roll.
I showed up to these tournaments and try to win. I learned how to play 10th edition Warhammer 40K at LVO last year or this year. This year.
So you're the guy that tends to hog my judges, right?
No.
Just sit there.
I finish my games
really.
on time. Never a judge on
really?
the table.
He's,
I love
he's
it.
secretly a savant.
I've been playing
There
this
we go.
game since fucking '99, dude. Like the game isn't like the concept hasn't changed.
Yeah.
So I have like all these like it's like I've learned Latin, like it's a dead language and it's useless, right? I've like learned that 9 times. I have it in my head just floating around. So like I go to the table, like for example, like when I went to LVO and learned how to play 10th edition, my first 6 games, I went 4-2. And
Damn, dude, 4-2 is legit. Yeah.
some wild shit, you know. What I did was on day 1, I tried it one way, lost all 3 games, and then or lost the first 2 games, won the last, and then on day and I did it. I never changed. I was like, I need to know all the cards, how it all works, and then on day 2, I took what I learned from day 1 and applied it and won all 3 games. So I'll tell my opponent like straight up, I'll say I haven't played yet, but I have been playing for a long time. So I'm not trying to hit you with some nonsense where like I'm trying to lull you into some false insecurity. I know how to fucking play the game. Pretty good.
Yeah.
But I'm going to ask you some questions. I'm going to fucking always defer to you. And if something looks kind of weird, it's yours. Like, fuck it. It's because I probably fucked up. You know what I mean? And that always works well. I never need a judge. I never, you know.
Dude, that's a straight up awesome way to play too, right? I mean, Jonas the Dead, it's on. I don't know. More people to play like you. So when you're savant, wait. Do you get 7th edition rules just like randomly mixed in there every now
all
and
day,
then?
every day.
Oh,
I get
constantly.
third edition rules mixed in there all day, every day.
Shit,
Yep.
yeah.
All
Like,
the
dude,
time.
but like the thing is that like my whole business model, Kicker, is like it's gameplay first. Like I'm a lot of people know me as a painter, but like gameplay first. Like the whole getting OP at painting is the most OP thing you can do. Like because that serves the game. All the hours in the year that you play versus not play, you're wasting so much OP potential if you're not like using like a structured attack mode in, curating your tabletop experience to show up. Like, Wyatt, like how he dominated with his team at what's the old name? I'm already calling it
The Champions Cup. The old name
Champs
Champions Cup. Yeah,
Champs Cup. Like he went in there and just that's the most OP thing. Think about that. Like your team got 2 awards, Wyatt, because of how OP you are at the tabletop experience. Like so, Sean Naden even coined that phrase when he started. Like when he got good at painting and he just started winning every Randman award in the game. It's like the most OP thing you can do is get good at painting. Like you have to play the game. That serves everything. If you fantasize about a 2,000 point army, like let that fantasy take you to this moment. And so I don't have the time to be playing 3-4 times a week. I wait for you guys to tell me how to think. And then I implement that. I just trust it. I don't fight it. You know what I mean? So Wyatt's over here telling me like what I need to do now. I got BolterCon coming up next month over with our boys in Cincinnati, the Bolters of Dawn crew. And now you're telling me that my Possessed and my War Talents went down on points.
Yeah.
I feel like I got to sit down and pay more War Talents.
Yeah. Seems like a win-win.
Luckily, I'm OP at painting. No. Anyway, Wyatt, continue. How does these points affect you, Wyatt, in your current love?
So I got chosen to play Votan at SoCal Open, which is this weekend. And so kind of what we were talking about the pre-show, like I've been in MFM limbo because I was like, man, give me some, let me get this before SoCal. So like going forward, I'm a little disappointed in what happened with the Votan stuff because I feel like we deserved more of a buff than what we got. So they lowered the points on Hearthguard, but raised the points on Jaegers. But it was like really small. It's like 10 points. So like my current list is like 10 points less.
So you
Then
okay? That's not that much.
right. And so it's like a weird what did my friend call it, like list Tetris that I have to do like going forward. Because you don't really gain anything with only 10 points.
Not the way we play the game now.
It's kind of weird. And so like I'm looking at some other stuff. Like I got some irons in the fire for some ideas, and I've been kind of looking at some of those units. And so those changes make me happy.
What happened to your Yunari army?
Oh, so my Inari army is over because Drukari got a ton of points increases. Like half of their total units got little points increase. It's like it's all nickel and dime stuff. But regular Eldar, Craft World, all of their units either stayed the same or went down a little bit.
Classic Eldar bullshit.
So I mean, like you might see a resurgence of pure Craft World at events, because like things like Wraithguard, Wraith Blades, Wraith Knight, Wave Serpents, and Fire Prisms, like they all went down a little bit.
As it always has been.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really even looking at Eldar until they're.
No, you're all you're Votan right now. I get it.
Yeah,
all Votan all the time.
So really, your life hasn't changed. Your Votan life is mostly changed again.
Yeah. So I mean, like, it's still solid. I really wish we had gotten some more points decreases, because I was like, if I can get like each of these units goes down by a certain amount, if I can net out like one more unit in the army, that would be great. But no.
So we got Kicker, Rock, and Crew. Like
I love Crew.
That's awesome.
They're so cool. They're so cool.
Yeah. Oh, they've been.
It's a bunch of guys with sticks, man, charging tanks, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
I remember the Crew Mercenary fucking supplement first hit.
I saw all my painted Crew Mercenaries.
Damn, man.
From the old.
Legendary, dude. I remember seeing games where motherfuckers outflanked, boxed out the table on some motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, that.
Like,
you'd have to have a lot.
Wow.
Just put in one squad.
120 crew, dude. I've seen it. Rob, but you're a Knight player right now, a Custodes player. How does it affect you?
Yeah. I don't. It's a weird place because Knights got kind of like a re-glow up. Knights have been on again, off again, all updates. But they kind of got a re-glow up with the data slate, with the Kool-Aid Man and all that, going through walls and shit. But in here, the only thing, Canis went up in points because, well, he's Canis. Everybody takes him. I'll try to ally him because he's really good. But also the big knights went down in points. And I don't know, I haven't done the math on any lists or anything yet. I don't know if they're viable, because when was the last time you saw a Castellan or a Valiant? Those are funsies. So that would be cool to see. I have to work on some lists. Custodes wise, they did get some points drops, but it was the stuff that is like Trajan went down in points, but they kind of changed Trajan too. So I'm like, do you even take Trajan anymore?
Kara Quinn, the oldest man on the internet, our resident Custodes fanboy too. He says Custodes got drops on Contemptors, Telemons, extra tax with 2 fists, barely matters. He's saying it.
Yeah.
It's adjustments. So almost no one playing a competitive collection of models is even a beat numbers, is what you're saying?
That's what I would say as far as the Custodes go. So it's like, oh, okay, well, that's cool, but moving on.
I mean, it's balanced and it's updated, but functionally, that's kind of what the point we're making earlier when we were commenting to somebody who was talking about early in the after hours. Somebody was talking about how like they got their cast codex and now it's changing, and we're talking about like, well, we play seasonal, like how games work now. We got updates, we got hot fixes, we got patches. Once the hardest 2,000 points is the first 2,000. Once you have that curated, then any change or adjustment or add-on make is relatively just like a weekend exercise. So you just need to kind of grind that first hurdle out, and it really does. Like this doesn't affect like people with their shit already put together, like their armies already set up. This is just balances and updates to strengthen the game, but it almost never affects someone who's actually got their shit together. Is what at least how I experience it. Like, oh, cool, I get a couple more. This that changed, or I don't have to do this dumb thing I was doing before.
Yeah. I don't know. I think overall the things that might have been a problem got adjusted, and things that weren't a problem maybe appropriately got some buffs, but I don't know if there was any huge swing either way.
Kind of says if you are good with your army, you'll be fine as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and also like 99.9% of us aren't winning the tournament. Let's not forget that reality.
Well, I think everybody
Only one
wants to
person
be-
wins.
Yeah, everybody wants to be the winner, but really just try to shoot for the top. Like, be the top 20, be the top 25, you know,
Or
like,
just win more games than you lose. That's my
Yeah,
that's my
like-
operating procedure.
like the sheer amount of mental gymnastics for folks to be first, second, or third is like pretty
Yeah,
high energy, pretty
we play
exhausting.
a pretty advanced game now. It's not
Yeah.
like third edition where we were playing like a child's game. This is so much more elite than it.
Mm-hmm.
So redefine your parameter for victories. Your victory parameters, you know, like what makes you feel like you won. And it could be top 20, top 10, top 8, or didn't lose more games than I won. Like whatever you need to do, that's the fun comes from.
Yeah,
Dude, I've been running these. I've been running these crew for a while, and I mean, like, to win a game with a bunch of guys with like spears, basically against tanks and knights and all
That's
that.
your
It's a challenge.
parameter.
It's So I'm like, even if I don't win, I'm like, how many points can I squeeze out of this just game, right? And that's really, yeah, sometimes I win, but a lot of times I'm not winning. It's just a matter of how many points can I get, and that's really made me
So
have a
for
lot of fun
you,
running
it's
these
like
models.
I want to play an army that people don't think is good and give them a run
Yeah.
or even win.
Yeah.
That's
exactly.
your respect that. It's pretty awesome. So the controversy for this update is that it was delayed, right?
I mean, it felt delayed.
I think people would have been more upset if they dropped it just before Tampa and they had to pivot, or it messed up the app to where the points were all
Oh
wrong.
fuck! I missed Tampa. I was supposed to go last weekend.
Shit,
Pro-
yeah.
Probably.
No, they sent me an email with a refund.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, everybody was supposed to go.
I kind of feel like the whole like points thing, it's like, dude, if it's the week before, especially with the Tampa, so like the GW tournaments are a little different in that your list
Mhm.
isn't due until the morning of the tournament.
Yeah.
So like if you're flying or whatever and they release it a week before or like 3 days before, like you still have time to like change your list if you want. So like I kind of understand it, but part of me misses when tournaments were like a little less I'm trying to think of the right word, like because you would go to tournaments and like there wasn't like a rules cutoff, there wasn't like a list submission sort of thing until like you got there.
Mhm.
But the game was a lot slower back then, so it kind of makes sense.
Also, painting is this concept of battle ready, and what we're trying to really encourage people to do, armies to the table, is a lot different than it used to be.
Yeah,
people used to show up with just nonsense 3 color
Garbage.
minimum.
I mean, I have a little bit of a bias too, because like every collection that I have more than just one list.
Which is what we were mentioning before. Like first 2,000 is the hardest. So once you have your core, you'll end up having 6,000 points fully painted, ready to go.
Yeah, and then at that point, you're like, I don't care if shit changes because I can just pull stuff.
Yeah,
off
I'll
the
just
shelf.
put this other.
Oh,
thing
I
in
need to
there.
paint one more predator this weekend. No worries. Like, I feel that.
I think the thing that gets the people most fired up is when they take away their toys, like they legend some shit, or like radically alter something, right? That's what
the
really
removal
gets
of a
people
thing
fired
is
up.
always what gets people fired.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, let's do a commercial break, and
Yep.
then let's come into our meat potato segment. And we're back. So let's jump into the big topic of the night. We got our man Kicker here, most prolific tournament organizer in the game today. Why are you on this podcast?
I mean, we I guess like 7 hours ago, we launched a brand new event as a group of individuals and independent community members coming together and just knocking out the park. I think the event's almost 50% sold out. Brand new Challengers Cup coming in September. Very stoked. Big 8-person team event. This is big, guys. This is big. This is like the community really getting together. Like we tried, we kind of did that earlier this year, but now it's like legit. And it's,
What do you mean? What do you mean you
goosebumps
tried to do it earlier this year?
Oh, well, so I was cat's out of the bag. I was formerly part of FLG. I am no longer with FLG. Yeah. I don't see the guys there.
I'm shocked.
Wait, a what?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah. So I love working within the community. Like that was like my heart and soul. I loved it. I mean, it was like that was like my passion, working 11 hours a day, 3 hours on Saturdays usually. And that's just before an event, then in the events anyway. So really a lot of heart and soul there. But things were not working out with FLGs. Some things I was not very comfortable with, and they only got worse. And I'm like, okay. And then suddenly they said, we got to split ways. And I totally get it. Because now I'm able to be, how do I say this? I feel really good because I suddenly can do whatever I want as an independent contractor, an independent operator. And yeah, it's been really weird, to be honest, guys. Cause like, I moved across country, bought a big house, got a mortgage, thought everything was really solid. And then one day I wake up and I don't have a paycheck coming in. So I'm like, oh geez, that's a little scary.
That's
and
hella scary.
Yeah.
You also have like a recently had a kid.
Yeah. No, right. And that was all under thinking things were all in a even keel. So it's scary when you're in that position. And I got to tell you guys, I fucking love, I don't know if we can, I'm just gonna say, I fucking love this community like so damn much. So like,
did you
I
just
wasn't really
swear
sure
on my podcast?
Yeah, no, fuck,
seriously.
shit, crap. All right. So I wasn't sure, I thought this was my thing where we're not supposed to curse as much. So anyway, yes, I was really fucking terrified for a bit there because I'm like, what do I do? Like, I love running these events, and also I need to figure out what I want to do with my job. I'm 39 years old. I want to be like looking for jobs still. And it was really weird. But like, from the time it became apparent or like more public knowledge that I was working with FLG, I got like bombarded. I'm talking about, it was insane. My wife's like, you got to throw away your phone, because just like people I don't even really know were texting me. Some people were calling me, Facebook messages, all that Discord stuff. It was nonstop. I'm talking like hundreds and hundreds of people.
Fucking this boomer. He's like, this Discord stuff.
This Discord shit. Yeah, this Discord shit. Right. And it was like really weird. It was just a lot of people like wanting to see how I was doing. A lot of like really good opportunities were presented. A lot of people just like saying, I don't care what you do, but I want to follow you. And I'm like, I don't know who you are. I'm really grateful that you want to follow me, but like, damn, And then some people were legitimately sad. They're like, I go to events because of you. And that's like heartwarming, guys. Like, that's like
incredible.
Wow. Yeah. And so I'm like, damn,
Quicker, hold on. What's crazy is like, so the position you've been in, job you've had, it's like this event coordinator, this all encompassing, like every hat that a company could possibly have, right? You're the first guy to get blamed for shit too.
Yeah, right? Always. That's
what I love.
If there's no toilet paper in the bathroom, it's my fault.
It's your
right?
fucking fault.
Damn,
and it's funny because I think all the way back to like one of the first times we did Longboard doubles, we didn't have our mission packets printed, and that was something that was overlooked. And you were like, "Oh yeah," you went to like the hotel manager,
yep, dude,
and you used his like desk printer or some shit.
And I just sat there, and you wanted to ship. You're like, everybody has to have a pack. I'm like, can they share packets? Like, no, they can't share packets because you do your painting rubric right on the packet or some shit. And I'm like,
and like there's scoring and stuff. Yeah,
really.
I'm so like, oh my god.
So it's
Kenny really just likes to draw dick pics on those. That's all he needed them for.
Yep. I just drew like 400 digs, but that's one of the things is like anybody who's heard of Kicker, and so like we've got this one side of the story, which is like all these people saying I'll go to tournaments for you, but there's other people out there like Kicker did this and there wasn't toilet paper or there wasn't this. This is the Kicker we're talking about, guys, right now. He has been put in impossible situations for multiple years in a row, and to my knowledge, to this moment, every event worked, every event had a conclusion, every event did its thing. So you successfully did your job every time. You've taken some heat for things that don't matter. That's not even your job, but you still.
I don't manage the terrain. I'm sorry.
But you put yourself in positions to solve problems. Like you solved our packet problem, right? Like, and then after that, we just stopped using packets because of you. We're just like, we're just gonna do QR codes and shit. Like, fuck it. And it actually made us better. It made our shit better. You know, so
yeah.
this guy works. You work your ass off. You get it done, and now you're no longer with Frontline Gaming.
Yeah, there was, you know, I don't believe in, you know, you should part ways as, you know, nicely as possible. But there's just some things that had been not what I felt comfortable with that were appropriate for a while. And when the time came to split, it was like, wow, this is actually a blessing. But I was left in this weird limbo of like, what do I do? Like, I love this community so damn much. Like, dude, I've got 2 displaced discs in my back from like literally trying to load a truck up, you know, when my first year in the job, like, but like, I love it. It's okay. My fingers are like, anyone that knows me by Sunday at the end of the event, my voice, I can barely speak because I'm just going a million miles an hour trying to like engage every single person there, making sure they have a great time. But so it's a hard work, but I love it. And so I was like, well, what do I do after this? And so all these people were reaching out to me. A lot of people were like, just keep on doing events, do it on your own. I'm like, I come from kind of working on my own and I don't really enjoy that. I like a team. Like I really love a collaborative team. So I didn't want to go off and do something, you know, on my own. And then we just fired off this big old team event in Texas, and people like, that was the best thing you ever did. Like, we want more of that, please. And yeah, so I wasn't really sure what to do. And then a group reached out to me and like,
are you at liberty to discuss this group, or is it already on the website? Well, first off, what's the website?
So the Challengers Cup is live. The website is live. Tickets are live. That is one production done by this group.
How do I get to that website?
ChallengersCup40k.com.
Look at that. Thank you. I should hire this guy. Thank you so much. By the way, Wyatt, I've known you for a while too, man. And this guy, you know, like, I always love people that can give me solid advice. This guy comes out of nowhere. Like, a lot of people applaud the events that I've done, but it's not, yes, I'm working my ass off, but there's a lot of people like Wyatt who like tell me, you know what, you should probably consider doing this. People that give feedback, you know, are the most valuable damn thing in the world. And a lot of people go to an event and they'll just pee and poo because they're angry, but they don't share that information, or and we can't like make it better. So be a Wyatt. That's your take home.
Be a Wyatt.
Be a Wyatt. All right.
Oh, this is
speak up. Yeah.
This is kind of interesting. So I just went to challengerscup40k.com because I'm thinking about buying a ticket. See a picture of Kicker, event manager. See a picture of Steven Corrales.
Oh shit, he's on to us.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. So Steven Corrales, isn't he like the de facto leader of XBZ?
Yeah.
Hasn't he been on this podcast like 2 or 3 times?
Dude, right? So Steven reached out to, like, it's a long story.
There's a picture of him right here. Look at him.
Yeah, look at this. So
format leads, John Lennon, Anthony. What?
We got the full roster, guys. We got Stat Check, Art of War, Joe of War Games Lives, and
bro, look at this shit, dude. So
Team Australia is coming. All right, guys, are you hearing this? Team Australia.
So at what point do we ruin Kenny's bet and be like, hey, Kenny, you're a head judge for pizza?
Oh, shit.
Are you fucking serious right now?
Yeah. Well, you and Jason Craze, man, and you got Hobby Goblins too as
God
well. So like
it.
all these, Guess what? You're joining us.
I'm
man.
on this. Oh, that picture I sent you. This is what it was for.
So check it out, right? This group reached out to me. They're like, let's make it happen. We can do this. You know, but we need the backing of the community, and like that. All the cool kids joined us. I mean, like you're talking about Anthony Vanilla, we got Stat Check, right? We got Art of War Boys joining us. We got Kenny from Next Level Painting coming and gonna go do seminars there, paint seminars. Like, what the hell? So it's just gotten better and better. And like, then we got like local clubs that don't necessarily have like a business or not as influential, but they're there. This is events
like local Utah. Utah is
dude,
not. They're not fucking around.
Yeah. Dude, there's more game stores than Starbucks. All right. I don't know if that's a fact, but bear with me, man.
It's a scientific fact.
Yeah, scientific fact, right? But like, they're like, how can we help? And like, we don't have the you know, we're not painting, you know, like, and I'm like, well, we have all these teams traveling in from around the world and around the country. We could use some like home city hosts, some ambassadors to help make dinner recommendations. Maybe to help shuttle people from the airport, like whatever. So we got not one, but every Utah team that is signed up is like, we'll be ambassadors. I'm like, damn. So that just shows the community is backing us on so many different levels, whether it's guys helping us with the terrain, whether it's got the media guys. I mean, whether it's the format guys, because I'm like an organizer dude, but I don't know shit about format. So let's bring in the best. John Lennon, Anthony Vella, they got that shit. And then Steven Corrales of XPZ, man, that guy has a vision and I love it. He has a vision and then I can help him execute it. So we become this great team where he's like, this is it. I don't know if you guys know the term showrunner, but that's the best way to describe him. He has a concept and we make sure we pull it off. And it's become this really cool relationship where like, I feel like I don't know.
That's
I
a
got-
good,
I
that's a
gotta
good
test
word
it.
for the guy.
Yeah, yeah, and he's amazing because he's just as dedicated as I am, but doing his his responsibility. So it's become this really cool relationship. So yeah, we got this whole Challengers Cup. Tickets went live today. We're already about 50% sold out. I'd love for everyone to come if they can. We've only got 64 tickets though, because
let's talk about that for a second. So we did a
Shoot.
lot. So that's
Yeah,
a lot
price.
of origin. That's a lot of origin story, right?
Yeah.
So like
Origin
you
story,
guys
yeah. Here we go.
understand who Kicker is. You probably already knew who he was, even if you didn't hear his name today. If this is the first time you heard his name. So this is an amazing beginning, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of motherfuckers involved in this. Like you keep saying the cool kids. This is not, like these are all like some awesome people from the community coming together under a new banner, new flag, to put together something that we all know every motherfucker loves, right?
Yeah.
Which is team format. And as your website says, like very recently, the 8-man format has showed up, and let's continue that fucking train, right? So this is the 8-man format. This is the big new shit, right? We were doing 5-man before, we're doing 8-man now. This is a lot of work. This is what Wyatt just did. He just came back from Champs Cup. He just won the People's Champ Award. Him and his XPZ team.
Oh
Right?
yeah. So is there not going to be another Champs Cup?
I mean, I don't work.
I mean,
for
he doesn't work for that
FLG.
company. Who fucking
yeah.
knows?
I have.
Because I'm
I have-
like-
But I
don't know
do
if
like
I'm-
on
if
your
I'm
website
the-
that you do honor them for bringing that format. It is in your About Us page. I just read it.
Mhm.
Like, thanks to FLG for bringing
They,
this
they
out.
allowed us to try something new. It was, to like, hey, let's try something new, and they allowed it to provide us terrain, and that allowed the Champions Cup to happen. Now Challengers Cup, I'm not with FLG. People really wanted a team event, and I'm not trying to like toot my own horn, but they asked me to be involved making an
I
event,
mean,
and so I guess
last time I
here we
checked
are.
it, like you and Steven were kind of why that happened.
Yeah.
That
No,
is
so it's
true.
crazy. I reached out to Steven because I'm like, man, how can we make our events better? He runs XPZ. XPZ is not only one of the largest communities, right, within the 40K world, but they're also like really solid guys. I don't know if I've ever met an XPZ player I didn't like. They're all good guys. They all hold themselves to a high standard. They're just great people. So you got this guy running a large organization, and the organization has a good, let's call it, demeanor, manner. So I reached out to him out of the blue. He doesn't know me. Maybe he's heard of me. I don't know, but I'm like, dude, how can we make our events better? And this was a while back. This was over, this before, a year before Champions Cup. So over a year. And long story short, he was amazed that I reached out to him. He's like, what the hell is a guy from FLG reaching out to me? Because FLG kind of has done the things that it's always done, just kind of copy and paste year after year. And I really wanted to make us better. So we sit down talking, and he's like, you know what we really need to do? An 8-person team event. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And and then he started telling me about it, and I started getting excited. And I don't forget, man, my baby girl was born like literally the day my baby girl's born. I'm sitting here holding her in my arms. My wife is sleeping, and I'm on the phone with Steven scheming on how to make the coolest 8-man team event ever. And that became the Champions Cup. He had a vision, and I'm like, how can we make this happen? And we made it happen, and it was great. Now we're like, okay, we got that baseline. Let's make it even better. Let's make it even better. And that's where we're at today with all these community individuals, community brands like we've seen. Hell, I mean, like Kenny, you're flying out there and going to teach painting seminars. That's amazing. We got Jason Craze from Monument Hobbies going there and help repping. It's like everyone wants to be part of this because they know
there's some big names involved in this, and I appreciate. So 8-man teams, $1,200 tickets. Yeah. You guys also rolled out with something never done before, which is payment option.
Oh yeah, shit, right?
Let's
like
talk
how
about
cool
that.
is that?
Let's talk about that.
So I mean, like, first of all, I personally have always been honored when somebody's traveling to our event, whether it's a $100 ticket or a $1,200 team ticket, because that's a person taking their time away from their family, putting money down to come and hang out and play dice. Like that's a huge honor, and that's a huge responsibility. I want to make sure they have the best fucking time possible. But when you're talking about a team coming in from Australia, Norway, Quebec for this event, they're traveling a long distance and putting down a lot of money. I want to make sure they have an absolutely amazing time. Some people, though, don't have the funds to immediately put down that $1,200 ticket
to reserve their ticket.
That ticket down. Yeah, right. We had a lot of problems with that last year where there was people that were like the first ones to talk about it, first ones hype about it, but they didn't have the funds for it. And I felt really shitty.
They're like, I got 600 right now.
Yeah. And I'm like, I can't accept that. We have to accept that,
It's like, I have to Venmo all my buddies. I have to organize this shit together. Yeah. You know how it is, but I got 600 right now. And now you guys are doing a thing where you can reserve your spot for half up front. I love that.
A payment plan. Yeah. A payment plan. So now suddenly so many teams that would not have been able to come to Challengers Cup are coming. They're like, this is the dream come true. So we've got teams that, take a little bit of longer time to get their finances ready for this event. And that's probably one of the reasons why we're doing so good today. And I bet this will set, I can't speak for other events, but at least for our events, we'll always include this. But I hope that other events consider doing this so that you remove that barrier for some people, or at least postpone that barrier.
Because the team barrier it's a lot, right? Like if you have 8 dudes and this is the cost of running the event, and you're as a business, you're already out capital. You're trying to set everything up. You need that influx of cash flow to get the rest of it going, but they can't necessarily organize all their funds right out the gate. This is just, I can't believe no one's ever fucking done this on this scale
right?
before.
It's a win-win for everyone, man.
It's genius.
Wyatt has been a player he was at the player of the event last time, and he can speak to this, but just getting 8 dudes that buy a ticket to all show up at the event together, that's the same 8.
Oh my God. The same 8 you started with.
We're gonna do a participation award. Like, just here you go. Thanks for showing up, because that is a challenge.
Show me proof that it's the same 8 guys you wrote down on this form that made it. You get a special award, dude. Like, because that's
we've been saying
this is Adepticon.
Yeah, team events for years.
Champs Cup was stressful. Like getting like the hobby team and getting all that stuff done I was working on the board the night before Anthony came over to my apartment to load it up into the van to drive to Dallas.
Oh, jeez. That's wild.
I don't know. That's why I was saying, I was like, I kind of hope there was only one Champs Cup so that I can like forever be the only people's champ.
That's it. You gotta go out on top.
Man, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I can't speak on behalf of FLG, but I don't foresee it happening. It might happen, but I don't know. It takes a lot of planning, and it takes a lot of backing from the community. And I'll tell you, the community is really excited for this big one. Who knows?
Imagine.
I mean, I'm coming for that champs that people's choice
Challengers Cup. Yeah, you go for player's choice, man.
It's happening, dude.
Yeah. So you know what happened though, man? You guys wanted this last time. Now people are like gunning for that. They're like, okay, shit, we want that.
Oh, they thought
we want that one.
Like they think they can make that board, but like I learned a lot of hard lessons just to get that there, and then they haven't learned any of those lessons yet. So now I'm cooking with like the 2.0 version.
You're like one level ahead,
and we're gonna blow them away again next year.
I'm excited. So real quick, this is in Utah. Obviously, this is gonna be your new base of operations for this stuff.
Well, so we want to switch it if we can year after year, because you got guys coming in, like I said, fucking Australia, right? Like they will want to go to Utah year after. I mean, I like Utah, but come on, like let's make it.
That's also where you are. That's a good logistical beginning.
Yep.
True.
But the idea is that hopefully each year we can kind of do a different part of Americana so we can get that experience.
Fucking love that, dude. So let me ask you another question before we shut this down. So we know kicker. We got the next new heat. We got the Challenger Cup. We know the players. We know the URL. We know the payment plans. We know how fucking hype this is going to be. So I'm going to be in California like next month for Cali Cup doing some commentating. Are you going to be in California next month?
Maybe. Okay. So I would normally be there. I kind of ended up running an event in Utah purely by accident. It's a long story. But I will definitely be very much involved with Cali Cup 2025. So hopefully that can like lead you to the future where I'll be at, as well as a Reno event happening. And then I've got 3 other events in the works right now.
What's the name of that event in Reno?
Yeah, right.
What's that one called?
Yeah, the Silver State, right?
Yeah,
that's we got
puzzle pieces together.
Yeah, you're putting all these puzzle pieces together. So yeah, we're just getting started, people. The thing is now we're free. We can do anything we want. So let's make it happen. So I've got the past week has been on the phone talking. People want to back us up and make things happen. So that's what we're doing. So if you love the events, you like what you like the Cali Cup, you like Challengers Cup, you want to see more of that, just reach out to me and we can make it happen.
You heard it here. Thank you for catching us up and everything. I'm sure you're gonna get a lot of DMs following week.
Yeah, no dick pics, please, people. Please, no.
What about putting things in your back pockets?
In my back pocket. That's a you thing, Rob. You put things in your back pocket all day long, but not for me. Thanks.
Who wants to use your front pockets?
Well, this is a good episode of the podcast, and I'm super happy to hear everything you just hit me with, Kicker. We've known each other for years. But it's time to end. All good things must come to end. So, Wyatt, can you take us out of here?
Rob?
So that's it for this one. I already screwed it up. It's because there's 4 people.
One job.
Actually, I think I have like 3, but who's counting? Make sure to head on over to thelongwar.net for exclusive content, early access videos, and more. Become a veteran of the Long War today.